What are 5 good reasons to believe God exists on the John Ankerberg Show? I just noticed the logo has a set of scales over a book, which may or may not be the Bible. I wonder what we're supposed to understand about this show. That the Bible is on the low end of the scale? It's really heavy? That the Bible is like some fruit you buy in a grocery store? That the show couldn't afford a better logo? This title card is way too long, by the way. Hi, my name is Scarlett, and I'm an atheist and a skeptic, and I realize I'm in no position to criticize someone's video style. My own is toward the low end of style, like really simple stuff. I'm aware of that. But then I don't have a production crew or anyone helping me. Not even my cats, who are just napping behind me. Lazy kitties, never helping around the house or raking leaves when it's fall. You know, just eating kibble and living life on Easy Street. Anyway, we are back with a short clip from John Ankerberg, who has another guest. Can you guess who from the title? I recently did a video on this show. It was a clip that was posted several years ago, and one commenter asked, why did I deal with something so old? Well, for me, it's interesting to see how old the talking points are, how they never change, and how they are insulated from any new information. The one we're watching today, no different. So the description of the video is thus. Does it really matter whether or not God exists? What about age-old questions of evil? Does the presence of evil really negate the reality of a God? By the way, the clip we're going to watch doesn't address any of these. I'm not sure why they are part of this description. Maybe the rest of the series answers them because, as you can see from the line below, this clip is taken from the series entitled, Does God Exist? Featuring very special guest, very added by me, Dr. William Lane Craig. And you know when you see that, it's going to be good. And by good, I mean utter dreck. And of course, you can see how to obtain the entire series by visiting this website that has to do with the John Ankerberg Show. And as you can see, this video doesn't have a lot of views, and I do wonder who these videos are for. You'll see what I mean when we get started. I think the thing that bothers me is short clips like this are good for reinforcing beliefs without doing much to explain why you should hold them. And then if the description puts these other questions in without addressing them, I don't know how many people are going, oh wow, the video didn't actually mention any of that, and thinking about why. I guess my point in all of this is I feel like videos like the one we're about to watch just exist in a sphere of trying to drive home that you should keep believing whatever it is that they want you to believe without giving you any real reasons to believe the things that they're saying, just reassuring you what you believe is correct. Okay, but let's be done with the blibbity blab and let's look at the reasons.
And Bill, I'm glad that you're here today. And many of your debates with leading atheists have entered on such topics as atheism versus Christianity, or does God exist, or what good evidence is there to think that God exists?
What a setup. Bill has had debates with atheists, no less. The atheism versus Christianity one is always great, right? Pretend like it's evil atheists against the good Christians, and not atheists just don't accept any religious beliefs, and Christianity is just one of them. Christians always seem to present Christianity as the one religion, the one God. I don't know. But anyway, I guess we're supposed to take away that Craig has faced the enemy, and maybe even prevailed. He must have heard what the evil atheist had to say and been able to reject it. His ideas must be good. Not really, does he have good reasons, and what are they? Or am I being too hard on old Billy Boy, who's just happy to think God must have loved him when he was a young man?
And today I'd like you to share with our audience 5 good reasons why you believe God exists.
Very good. I'm convinced, John, that the hypothesis that God exists explains a wide range of the data of human experience. For example,
Oh, it's a hypothesis that God exists? LOL. How science-y. Not science-y at all, BT dubs, because Craig isn't interested in testing it. and the God hypothesis explains the data of human experience, what data would that be, pray tell? All kidding aside, Craig wants to give the impression that religion is on par with science by using this language. It's a veneer, and a thin one at that, because it wouldn't just be a hypothesis, but a theory at this point if tests leaned in the direction of a God existing to create this universe. But do believers know the difference between hypothesis and theory? I know hypothesis sounds more science-y, and theory can be used in common parlance to say, like, I just have an idea. So believers can just sit back and nod to themselves and say, God is just like science, just as solid as the germ theory of disease.
Experience. For example, God is the best explanation of the origin of the universe.
What? How is God the best explanation when you can't even show what or where this God is, or the mechanism by which he created the universe? I've heard God spoke the world into existence, but how does a spaceless, timeless, disembodied mind speak, much less create matter, through his words? God is always allowed to just be a mystery. The universe must be explained, demands an explanation, Christians like Craig say. You can't just say it formed through natural processes, but God just is, without explanation. Sure, Jan.
Second, God is the best explanation of the fine-tuning of the universe for intelligent life.
No one has actually demonstrated to me that the universe is fine-tuned for intelligent life. Sure, we exist and emerged after a long series of other life forms, but most of the universe seems hostile to life, much less intelligent life, unless he means tardigrades. Are tardigrades intelligent? I'm just asking questions.
Life. Thirdly, God is the best explanation of the existence of objective moral values and duties in the world.
Craig and other excusagists always talk about objective moral values and duties, but I don't see these as existing. What I see are different moral judgments, values, and duties across time and space. I mean, the way the Romans thought of their moral sphere is very different from the way we think of ours today. So how can God explain this difference? I just see it as human beings existing and doing stuff, and some people like to layer God over that.
Number 4, God is the best explanation for the historical facts concerning Jesus of Nazareth.
Seriously? God is the best explanation for an itinerant preacher in the Middle East over 2,000 years ago? Is God the best explanation for a slave that existed in Roman times too? One that left no trace? Maybe Craig is alluding to the miracles and the resurrections and the bullshit like that, but I don't accept the miraculous stuff, so I don't see any need for explanations. So this is just a dude who lived, roughly 2,000 years ago, did some stuff, and some people wrote it down.
Of Nazareth. And finally, number 5, God can be personally known and experienced. Together, I think these provide a powerful, cumulative case for believing that God exists.
So, William Lane Craig, Dr. William Lane Craig, can you demonstrate that God can be personally known and experienced? I don't know anyone who has actually done more than interpreted some coincidence or a look at the trees moment as experiencing God. So I think this one is a total fail, and I don't see this as being on this list at all as a good reason to believe in God. Well, I guess none of them actually do. This is my opinion. I get that Ankerberg just wanted a quickie dealy to attract people to his shit, get to his website or whatever, so they would dish out some cash or I don't know, whatever. But these 5 reasons, it's really weak sauce. Mainly, I think preachers just put out this crap to keep their flocks inundated with the message that, of course, God exists. Why would you have any doubt? Look, this smart person says so. A doctor, no less. Thank you, Dr. Craig, for lending a veneer of seriousness to what is really a garbage heap of shit. Well, that's what I have for you this week. What did you think of John Ankerberg's 5 good reasons to believe in God, featuring one Dr. William Lane Craig? Put it in the comments below. I love to read your comments. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuffing, pour out your libations to Algorithma and his consort Algorithma. And if you've liked and subscribed already, thank you so much. It's much appreciated. And if you also like what I do, you can buy me a coffee. That link is in the description below. And I will see you in the next one for something. I got some more questions for atheists coming up. You know it's going to be stupid. Bye for now.